following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah, go Cowboys! This is the Players Lounge, broadcasting live from Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star. Now your hosts,
Barry Church, Danny McCray, and Newy Scruggs.
Here we are, Players Lounge, on a playoff Monday.
Oh.
It's real now.
It's real.
Real.
It's real. We're going to see. We're going to see.
I'm not going to lie to you. I think we're not playing the team that I prefer.
Whoa.
Okay. By the way.
Whoa.
Barry Church, Danny McCray,
Yeah, I'm
Louis
back in
Scruggs,
this thing.
Players
I'm
Lounge.
back in this
Okay. Now let's go. Let's get to it. Issues?
What happened to
concerns?
What happened a couple weeks ago? We was all in here talking about. I wasn't talking about. Y'all was all here talking about the defense gonna be able to carry us no matter what's going on. Now we nervous?
No. I'm not nervous. I said if I had a choice,
preference.
if I had a choice for who we played, I would rather go against a Matthew Stafford-led Los Angeles Rams team versus a Shanahan-led 49ers team who is actually on the up and up versus a Rams team who look like straight boo-boo over the last few weeks, right? They winning these close games, but Matthew Stafford, we know, has thrown pick six after pick six, interception after interception, and we're leading the league in turnovers.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so I think the matchup for that would have been better, but I'm not nervous about the 49ers.
Just a little bit on that one because you rather go against the LA Rams and Matt Stafford and them boys than the 49ers.
Yeah, listen, this 49ers team, very similar roster that they had when they went to the Super Bowl with Jimmy Garoppolo throwing the ball like 8 times, right? So they are a well-rounded team to where you can't go in as a defensive coordinator and say, hey, if we take this away, then they have nothing, right? There's always another option for them offensively, and then if their offense isn't playing well, then you can see their defense finds a way to make some plays.
That's true.
The Rams, you put the ball in Matthew Stafford's hands, then you could consider that as an advantage for us if we're able to do that as a defense. But the 49ers, Shannon, like that's a creative offense. Like they have a history of being able to make sure they can get some stuff done with no matter who they have playing quarterback, Jimmy G or not. This is a Super Bowl team who are still in it, even though Jimmy Garoppolo played the way that he played.
I get you on that one. I just feel like, with this front seven that the Cowboys have, if we stop that run and make them one-dimensional, I'd rather go against Garoppolo's arm than Matt Stafford's arm, and them capabilities are coming back. Now, I understand, Stafford, he has that capabilities of throwing interceptions, and he'll put a team back in there. But he also has the capabilities of bringing the team back and bringing L.A. back into the thing. So, to me, I feel like if we shut down the 49ers' run, I don't believe in Garoppolo at all as a quarterback. Like, I don't think he can beat us with his arm by himself. Stafford, on the other hand, I think he has the capabilities and the weapons on the outside to be able to do that. So, to me, I'd rather go against the 49ers. Now, either way, it's going to be a tough one. I'd rather go against Philly rather than any of those teams. But to me, this is the better matchup in my opinion.
Debo and Kittle still makes me nervous. It don't matter who, whatever. If you are lining up the weapons, Kittle is one of those guys who's going to be a matchup problem for whoever's on him.
Okay.
Debo Samuel has been unstoppable. So no matter what, to me, like as far as where your matchup is, I still think they have some options to make some plays. We see Debo line up in the backfield and play running back at times because the offense is creative. It's not one dimensional. They can find a way to do something else if you could take away whatever the power or the zone. All of a sudden you see Shanahan come with some stuff that you hadn't seen since week 1, and it's starting to work. My whole thing is it's personal for me because Matthew Stafford killed my fantasy teams, and I got to see it personally of pick six, interception, pick six, and I'm like, is this the same dude that was out there, at the beginning of the season putting up 300 yards a game? Defense hadn't been playing well. And then they go out there, they lose to San Francisco. I want the team that's on the decline versus the team that's on the incline. Because they're similar to the Eagles. All of a sudden, like, do you want to play the Eagles? Because they're on the up and up. I want to play a team that's getting beat up and beat down, and they just hanging and clawing.
Well, we're going to talk about the team on the incline, the 49ers right now.
Yeah.
What scares me about this team, like you said, they have so many different ways to run the ball. And what have we talked about this whole entire year? What's that one chink in our armor that, man, you know what, it kind of scares me a little bit. And it's been that run game, especially up in the trenches, like right in the middle between the tackles. We've seen it in New England. They were able to do it. We've seen it in Denver. They were able to do it as well. So teams that don't give up on the run on us, they'll scare me. Like Arizona a couple weeks ago. They might not have rushed for 150 yards, but they never gave up the run, and they made our defense honest out there. They didn't let our defensive ends pin their ears back and just get after them. And I think that's what the 49ers are going to have to do. They're going to make sure that they have a balanced approach out there. They got the weapons on the outside to be able to do something. They definitely have the running game and the coaching to be able to do something in the trenches. So to me, this is a sticky matchup right now, but I still got the Cowboys going though.
Don't forget about Brandon Ayuk.
Listen,
Brandon Ayuk is. This is one of the things about playing fantasy football, where when you have a guy, and I had Brandon Ayuk on the roster because they all talked about, hey man, look, he was the number one guy in training camp. Then all of a sudden he fell into the doghouse with Kyle Shanahan. Just stayed there for about 7 games and then got out of it. And so while Debo was going balling out crazy, all of a sudden, as they started winning, was when Ayuk started to come back into the fold. And so now you had these 2 guys catching the ball wide receiver with Kittle, who had dealt with some injuries early, starting to come around, and then you've got the run game. So they have a plethora of offensive weapons to throw at you. So guys are going to have to be very sound defensively in this football game.
You're going to have to be sound.
That's the scariest part.
Yeah.
Because they're going to test your discipline. They're going to test your gaps. They're going to test your eyes. And that makes me a little – that's why I just want to – it's the Rams. But we are playing the 49ers.
So I'm going to ask y'all both a question then. Do y'all think their offense can keep up with ours? Like defensively, like if we go out there and let's say we put up that same performance we did against who was it? The backups for Philly.
Don't you say it.
If we're able to play at Atlanta, let's say when we played Atlanta, and that offense was rolling like that.
Okay.
If our offense is rolling, do you think 49ers have enough firepower to keep up with that?
I think they have the ability to play ball control to where it won't get out of hand that way. I think they can put together some long drives. I think they can get some field goals, but I also think they can go on those 10, 13, 14 play drives, whatever it is, and take up 8-9 minutes off the clock. So you're not able to run it up like you did against Atlanta because they're going to figure out a way to make sure they play keep away from you if your offense
This is the number
like
one
that.
defense on third down, too, though. So it ain't like, they could just keep like this is Dallas has the number one defense on third down.
That's if you playing from behind and you playing those type of passing teams. This is a different team to where on 3rd and 2, you're not sure if they're gonna run it or pass.
That could be the case.
They put Debo in the backfield and figure out a way to get that 3rd and 2 without even putting it in Garoppolo's hands.
This could be a lot like the Arizona game in terms of you got an offensive coach who's going to come out here and throw some different things at you. Kyle Shanahan he's good. He's a good play caller. This is where the guy, in my opinion, who can save you the most this week is Dan Quinn because he knows him. Dan Quinn knows him. They were together on that Super Bowl team in Atlanta. So, I mean, if there's somebody who understands the mindset and the thinking, it's Dan Quinn. Also, Joe Witt was down there too. Aiden Dirty, the D-line coach. He was so you got some guys who were with Dan Quinn that have the ability to understand a little bit about what's been going on.
Yeah, this is true.
And so that's just for me. I'm like, all right, DQ, come on, baby. What you know? Give us the vault. Empty the vault about what you know about what to do in this.
And it's going to be tough. It's going to be because this is a team that the rest of the National Football League, they prioritize 11 personnel. They spread the ball around. This team is one of those old school teams that there are a lot of 12 personnel, a lot of 13 personnel. They play with a fullback. I forget what's his name. Kyle Juszczyk. And they use him like he's a Chris Cooley back in the day. So they make you stay in your base personnel. The interesting part about this to me is how is Dan Quinn going to use Micah Parsons this week? Because when you go and look at it, if you keep him at that defensive end position, the 49ers can basically neutralize him by just running away from him. Okay. Basically running away from him, or put him on Trent Williams, and Trent Williams can basically neutralize him. To me, it's going to be interesting to see whether they put him at D-line, linebacker. I say put him at the linebacker so he can use that sideline to sideline against these multiple different run attacks that Shanahan has.
Okay. Good thought on Parsons. Who's on Kittle? Curse?
You got to.
And then who is your deep? Because who's playing is you go crazy Casey, to make sure that a double move is not executed. So those are two things. Who's checking Kittle? Who's going to be my backup deep safety? Because if Kyle Shanahan, he got eyes, they got tape. Okay, we're going to take a chance. I don't know if Jimmy G's thumb will allow him to really get one down the field the way a Matt Stafford can. Mm-hmm. Because right now Jimmy G's, because of the thumb, and it's short.
Everything's intermediate.
It's got to be short, but all it takes is one swoop.
And this is
got to catch and go.
This is what makes me nervous about KZ back there. He's a gambler. He's a gambler, and he's at that post safety position where you got to be deep as the deepest. And I've seen too many times this season where he's taking a lot of risks out there. And if you know Shanahan and how their offense is, they're super run oriented, but then they'll hit you with that play action. And we've seen KZ get greedy, and I can already see it in my head right now. Play action. He got, somebody on the over route, and here's Ayuk on a deep post. He jumps the over route. Man, Jimmy G let one loose. I mean, we seen it in the Super Bowl a couple years ago when he missed him. He had him wide open. He had Emmanuel Sanders wide open in the back, missed him on a deep post.
Lost the game.
That makes me a little bit nervous. So I might lean towards Hooker in that position at that deep safety. Because, Hooker, he's played it. He's made a living at that deep safety position, and I don't see him being as much as a gambler. Now, when you talk about Kittle, that dude's a whole problem, and he's healthy now. He's healthy now. So Kurtz has been doing a great job on these tight ends. He did good against Zach Ertz against the Arizona Cardinals a couple weeks ago. But Kittle's a grown man out there, man. But I feel like he's too big for our nickels. But he might be a little too skilled for our safeties. It's going to be a tough matchup.
Listen, hold on. Just go back to that now. We thought the same thing with Kyle Pitts and Jordan Lewis. And Jordan Lewis went out there and did his thing, right? He figured out a way to not let his size be a disadvantage.
That's true, too.
I don't know how they're going to defend Kittle. I would say this. Whenever you get a chance, the same thing I said about Kyle Pitts, you have to have whoever's rushing take that extra second to just bump him off his path, get in his way a little bit to slow him down and throw that timing off. If you just let this guy get open, like a open shot down the field, down the seam, don't knock him off his path when you're in zone, you're gonna have a hard day with Kittle, and they're going to feed him over and over again.
And don't think these, defensive ends are going to take a break when Kittle's on the line of scrimmage, because that dude's a hell of a blocker. Right. Like, it ain't like you can just, I got Kittle, I'm going to embarrass him and go get to the quarterback. This dude is pancaking all pros out there at the defensive end position. So it's going to be a heck of a matchup. But the edges, to me, are going to be under attack.
And back to this, Parsons needs to play linebacker.
Oh, yeah.
We've seen games where Jimmy G only throws the ball 12 times. So you might not even be able to get in that type of pass rush for the game. But we do know, like I said, they're going to test your discipline, they're going to test your edges, and they're going to check your responsibilities. And Micah Parsons is a guy with that type of speed to where if there is somebody out of position, sometimes he can make up for that. But if you put him at defensive line and they not throwing the ball, and it's literally like one of those games where they're just finding ways to run it down our throat, Micah Parsons is going to be pretty much eliminated from being able to make those type of plays. So
I can still see him. I can still see him at packages. Quinn will put him at one of them third down packages where he rushes up the middle or something like that. But I think you're completely right. You got to have him at that linebacker position so you can go sideline to sideline. You don't want to just have him on one side because, like you said, it's going to neutralize him there. So you got to have him as ability and his playmaking ability in coverage as well.
He's going to be in that A gap. There's going to be a lot of that showing A gap pressure. It's going to be him and Van Der Esch probably lined up in the A gap, and they're going to have to figure out which one is coming and which one is dropping out. So I think Dan Quinn's he's going to be one of that guy who's the X factor in this game, which I wouldn't have it any other way. Yeah. All right. If I say that the defense is going to be the thing that carries us through the playoffs, the 49ers, this is the game that I would want, right? Okay. So I would rather the Rams because I think it's an easier route. Mm-hmm. But for our defense to prove their worth and to prove that they can take us deep into the playoffs, the 49ers is the perfect test. They're the perfect test because this is going to be, to me, a defensive game based on how our offense had played through the end of the season. Okay.
Sunday at Jerry World, 3:30 p.m. on CBS. Tony Romo on the call for CBS.
Your boy going to be there, too.
Oh, okay.
Your boy gonna be there too.
You up there with Romo?
No, I ain't gonna be in the booth. I ain't gonna be in the booth. But we doing a little pregame before the game. We're gonna do our pregame show at the stadium. So I'll be at the stadium.
You staying for the game?
I don't know yet. We'll see.
Are you wearing all white?
That traffic will be crazy.
Are you wearing all white?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be all white, suited and booted.
Hey, check the Instagram. Check the Instagram, and y'all give Church a grade on his outfit. I need to see.
I never disappoint. Fashion is always on point, man.
Players Lounge brought to you by Hotels.com. When we come back, the MVP of this team this year is Yeah, we'll have our votes. Who's the MVP as the Cowboys wrap up the season? They win 12 games. They will face the 49ers Sunday at Jerry World in the playoffs. Danny McCray, Barry Church, Newey Scruggs. This is DallasCowboys.com radio.
At Smoothie King, we are blending goodness to fuel your greatness. Every blend is crafted to help you achieve your health and fitness goals. Smoothie King uses only whole fruits and organic veggies. You'll never find sugary syrups or artificial flavors, colors, or preservatives. And unlike some other smoothie places, there are 0 grams of added sugar in many of our blends. Smoothie King is proud to be the official smoothie of the Dallas Cowboys. Place your order in the app or online for pickup or delivery. Smoothie King, rule the day.
It's game day. You know what that means. First, kebab prep. Steak, pepper, onion, steak, pepper, onion. Next, a counterclockwise lap around the room. Now the lucky grease-stained jersey goes on. And lastly, the dance. You know the one. This is a game day ritual no matter where you are. Whether you're traveling to the game or watching from your favorite vacation spot, book a place to stay on Hotels.com and keep the tradition alive and well. Hotels.com, proud partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. I'm a broken traffic light. Stop and go is the name of my game. It's easy. You go, they go. Or was it, they go, you go? And if you have the wrong car insurance, these repair costs could stop you in your tracks. So get Allstate's new low auto rate and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Not available in every state based on coverage and limits selected. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Allstate Bar and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Brace yourself for an existential question. Has your butt been having enough fun lately? Have you been treating it well? Has it been going places? If not, then it's about time you start using SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the best way to get your butt tickets to live events. Just ask the thousands of other butts who have rated it the #1 ticketing app. So what are you waiting for? Download the app now or visit SeatGeek.com to get tickets to sports, concerts, and live events and make your butt happy. SeatGeek. Get your seat in a seat.
Back to the Players Lounge.
Hey, go get the ultimate fan experience for the ultimate Cowboy fan. Join Dallas Cowboys United, presented by Globe Life. Starting at just $20, join now and get your fan pack, exclusive benefits, and more. Visit DallasCowboys.com/United for details and join today. Danny McCray in the house, the LSU Tiger. He is Barry Church, the Toledo Rocket. I am Newey Scruggs. Hotels.com is the sponsor of the show. Yes, sir.
Before you get into this, I just want to let y'all know my attendance has definitely caught up to y'all's attendance.
Man, stop it.
So, you know what I'm saying? Because I was gone for a minute, but my attendance has definitely caught up to y'all's attendance.
I can't believe you even brought that up, man. Are you
saying.
What?
Y'all were doing the show once a week.
I haven't missed a day. I missed one day.
You wasn't on Friday.
That's it. That's my one day. Yeah. I missed one day. One day.
Louis out 6 weeks.
Hey, I'm on the road too. I'm zooming in. I'm always here.
My attendance in studio has caught up to y'all.
CB, you there? CB.
The man went out and did a reality show, but somehow he didn't caught up. I mean, really?
It wasn't during the season.
Who got the best attendance, CB?
It wasn't during the season. It wasn't during the season.
The best attendance on this show is me.
But all right, besides you, who's number 2? It's got to be me. It's got to be me.
Church, you pretty much always.
I'm always in this thing. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
I'm always in this
lies
thing.
We tell
man.
ourselves. Shout out to Smoothie King, baby.
Shout out. I need a gladiator. Man. I need a gladiator.
Some news in the National Football League. The Giants have fired the general manager, Dave Gettleman, has resigned. I'm sorry. He didn't get fired.
They let that man resign. Man, I'll tell you what.
Before he had that meeting.
I'll tell you what, man. Joe Judge right now he got that door locked.
I hope
he got that door locked right now.
I hope they keep Joe Judge. I hope they keep that man.
I thought JG was the problem.
Joe Judge.
I thought JG was the problem. Y'all had Freddie Kitchens out there calling plays. They look even worse. Man, I can't believe it, man. New York, they're
they
dumpster fire
find somebody
right
to blame it on, man. They're gonna be trash for another couple of years.
I just need Joe to come back. That's all. Okay.
Joe come back?
We need Joe back. Okay. All right?
That man was running quarterback sneaks on 3rd and 9 out the wing tee.
Good for him.
What type of?
I'm just keep him. Okay.
You right, dude.
Keep
Keep
that
him.
man. Okay. This is like what was the Vanderbilt game for you guys? You know, it's like you want you like people used to kick them out the conference. Coaches are like, no,
we'll take that.
You keep invading. They fighting to keep Vandy in the league.
You ain't lying.
Okay?
New York ain't sniffing an NFC title no time soon.
I mean, shoot. If you Jerry, you get on the phone with John Mayer, give him time. Don't do what I used to do. Yeah, just give him time. You know, shoot. Give him an extension.
He's earned it.
Yeah,
he's earned it.
Yeah, so hope Joe just stay for life. Cowboys going to the playoffs to take on the 49ers on Sunday. Who is the MVP of this team now that the regular season is over? Who would you give it to?
Who you got, D-Man?
It has to be a player.
Yes.
Gotta be a player. Gotta be a player.
I'm giving that thing to my guy Michael Parsons.
All right, the young lion.
Michael Parsons, the young lion, what he brought to the defense and the example that he set for other guys to have to follow. People wanted to play like Michael Parsons, older guys and younger guys, because D-Law wasn't out there at the time, so you had to find somebody who was going to be that leader. Michael Parsons stepped up and became that leader. He is an extension of what Dan Quinn wanted when he got to this team, and the defense has represented that as best as you possibly could, right? When you start looking at this defense over the past 10 years, and people are saying, over the last 10, this is the best one as far as being able to take the ball away on third down, like being in the game. Yards won't say it for them being a top 10 defense, so
appreciate
I do owe
that.
you, Andre.
Appreciate that.
But when you look at this team play and what they're able to do on defense, they're a top 10 defense outside of it being based on yards. When you look at the categories that they are number 1 and number 2 in, they got top 10 potential.
I'm with you on that. I definitely say Parsons is the MVP, but a dark horse candidate to me got to be Curse. I mean, because I don't think a lot of people are talking about it, but when they took the green dot away from Parsons and gave it to Curse and let Parsons basically just listen to the call and go see football, go get football. That's when he became this unreal defensive player of the year, rookie of the year candidate to me. And a lot of that had to do with, Curse taking over those duties of being that vocal leader on the defense and getting these guys lined up in the right position and getting the calls and making sure everybody's at where they need to be at. So to me, yes, Parsons is definitely the MVP of this defense and this team as a whole. He's made the most plays. He's been the most dynamic. But I think a lot of that had to do with the pressure getting taken off of him and putting it on Curse to get these guys lined up in the right spot.
We give an honorable mention, and I'm going to give something to your man, Dalton Schultz. Okay? I'm going to give something to your man, Dalton Schultz, who has had 2 back-to-back hell of a years. All right, yeah. Dalton Schultz, for our offense, when you think about Tony Romo and Jason Witten, Dalton Schultz has been the Witten to my man Dak.
He's making plays.
Like when you look around and you, especially when you have a CeeDee Lamb on your team, you had a Michael Gallup on your team, you got Amari Cooper on your team, and Dalton Schultz is the guy.
He still went over 800. I think he had double-digit touchdowns.
I'm not giving him MVP of the team, but he gets honorable mention for being the safety net for a quarterback in Dak Prescott, and that is a very important position.
So free agent Dalton Schultz.
Yeah,
by
he's
the
coming
way.
up.
Free agent. Parsons is the MVP.
Yeah.
I go back to Hard Knocks and the Canton game, Hall of Fame game. And he's sitting next to Van Der Esch, and Van Der Esch's like, "You trying to make all the plays?" And he's like, "Yeah." And that mentality that he had in a preseason game, that's what he brought to it. He tried to make all the plays. Yeah. And while it's kind of hard for folks to remember because it was so long ago, but what he did in week 2, once Tank got the broken foot, and we're sitting here doing the show without, what you going to do without Tank?
That's Chargers week, right?
Yep. Yeah. They go out to Los Angeles, and I was there at that game, and it was just phenomenal to watch him play. And one of the cool things about going to the game is just to be able to look at it from high, sitting high and just seeing it out there. And so you could just, not worry about TV, just use your own eyes to follow the guy. You just, okay, this is crazy. This is crazy of how much he affected that football game and really helped the Cowboys be in a position to go ahead and win the game. And Zerline kicked the field goal at the end, and they leave.
Who they beat?
The Chargers.
Oh.
I see what you did there. We're going to talk about that in a minute.
So Michael Parsons is there, which leads me into, you guys had a bet.
Yes.
What was that bet?
We had a bet. I lost a bet. We statistically, based on yards, The Cowboys did not end up in top 10. I'm sure they didn't. I haven't even checked it, but I'm sure they didn't. So
They ended at
congratulations. 19. So
19,
congratulations
19.
to Barry based on yardage. I should have checked my bet earlier and known that the yardage was how they ranked the defenses because it's not fair. But okay, whatever.
Hey, you brought the bet to me. You know, I just accepted it. But,
that's cool. Don't
it's
worry. Your time is coming.
It's all good. You know,
your time is coming.
It's all good. I'll take that.
Because you didn't died on the Justin Herbert train.
So what is the bet here? What?
I owe me an entree of my choice.
I owe him an entree
of my choice.
He owes me an appetizer of my choice.
Yep.
So you be careful.
No, you be careful because you first. Appetizer first. Be careful. My boy out there getting the fried lobster. I'm like, okay, here it comes.
And where are you guys going to?
We ain't decided that yet, huh? We ain't decided that yet.
You know what I'm saying? When he paid for my entree, I didn't even get the most. He asked me to get the most expensive thing. I didn't get it.
I gave him the option. I was like, look, man.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's my friend. You know what I'm saying?
I gave my man the option. I said,
because we're friends.
Because it's a bet. Get what you want.
Nui, we're going to have to switch from two sisters. It's too far. Okay, so let's find another location.
Look, I'm not an ex-player. I can't operate at a level.
Oh
you
no!
Guys
Here you go.
I can't operate.
I ain't trying to hear that.
No.
We had a bet. I lost the bet. I'm ready to pay the bet. Now you talk about it's too far for you.
It's too far, bro. It's like Arlington.
No,
I thought about it. I said, man, let me get on. Let me see what two sisters at.
You take the
What is that? How far is it from my house, which is that way, toward McKinney?
I don't know, man. Go put the map question in there. Go ahead and find out.
Y'all just need to meet up at Palmer's. That's it. You just need to meet up over at Palmer's, get you some hot chicken.
Nah, Palmer's gonna give you the free chicken. You gotta pay for this. Hold on, two sisters.
You can figure that out. By the way, Justin Herbert, Barry's guy.
Are we gonna do this now?
All year long, it has been a Nui and Danny Joe Burrow versus Barry all along with Justin Herbert. Now, understand this. All three of us agree these are really good young
both
quarterbacks.
Phenomenal.
Okay,
Phenomenal.
Okay,
yes.
But we had to take a choice.
We had to.
Burrow, Herbert. Burrow, playoffs. Burrow, division winner. Justin Herbert deserves so much better than what he got from his head coach last night. I mean, the guy was really good. Gosh, he was good. And then,
it was amazing.
Then here it is. You know, Rich Bisaccia is trying to be nice.
Shout out to Rich, too.
Okay?
Shout out to Rich.
Yes.
Because I was hating, so shout out to Rich.
Yes, because we both, once again,
congrats.
we picked the Raiders.
Y'all did.
You picked the Chargers.
Y'all did. It's your day.
And Rich Bisaccia is trying to be a gentleman that he is, the great guy. You know what? We'll just run the ball on out, and we'll all go to the playoffs, right? We'll all win. Nah, Charger coach, I'm calling timeout because I don't like my defense personnel out here. I got to get the right run personnel in. Oh, okay.
What do you say? His premium run package.
What? Okay. And
what is this, a subscription?
And next thing you know, the premium run package got ran on over. Jacobs going down the field. And Rich like, might as well kick it now.
What type
Fine.
of nonsense is this?
You want to do that? We'll just go win the game. Raiders win the game. Chargers going home. Justin Herbert deserved so much
more.
better than his head coach, man.
You talking about 8 for 8 on fourth down.
That was ridiculous. Danny, that was ridiculous to watch coaching malfeasance like that. When first off, remember when he pulled the
Louis, hey, listen, before you go too far, stop giving this man the excuse. Because
he
feeds into this excuse.
He's letting him know what it is. He's speaking facts.
His ad-libs right now. Yep,
so
is, man.
Nothing but facts, man.
Look, at the end of the day, we're still right.
4th and 2 on your own 17.
We're still right.
What type of coaching is doing
And you're
this?
wrong.
Oh, it's y'all day. It's y'all day. Am I allowed to talk yet?
No, I haven't even gotten to talk yet.
Go ahead, man.
He's been wrong also.
Wrong all. Okay, go ahead.
This is what happened. Okay, he started off because we all agreed that they're both really good quarterbacks.
Yes.
Church where the disrespect came in was Church said Herbert is way above Joe Burrow.
Yes,
way above it. And throughout the season, I've been able to get Church to say, okay, he's getting closer. Even though I already know that Joe Burrow's better, he's getting closer. And then they play Kansas City. And before that game, I say, hey, man, if Joe Burrow beats Kansas City, then you going to say that they are at least on the same level? He said yes.
Did I come in here and say that?
No, you said yes.
All right.
Now, when I went on Instagram on Saturday, you said that it ain't even close.
I did.
You went back and said it ain't even close. That. So before the game came on, we said, hey, if Justin Herbert does not go out here and beat Las Vegas, then you were going to say that Joe Burrow better.
This is what I'm going to say, all right, on this show right here, right now. Justin Herbert, he lost the game. All right, they lost the game. He lost a lot of games. He was phenomenal. 8 for 8 on fourth down. I mean, this dude was unbelievable. Y'all both said it. He was unbelievable. But he lost the game. So when we look at the season, Joe Burrow, in my opinion, has had a better season than Justin Herbert this year. Last year, it was Justin Herbert's year. This year, Joe Burrow got the better season. He got his team into the division. They got the division champ. They're in the playoffs. He's, a 2 or 3 seed? The man has performed amazing. Right now, he had a better season than Justin Herbert. I still believe Herbert's a better quarterback overall.
Right now. Justin Herbert's season is over. Ain't no right now.
I still think he's a better quarterback overall. But Joe Burrow has had the better season. He led his team to the playoffs. You can't knock the man. He's had a great year. He's had a better year than Justin Herbert.
Thank you.
This year, that's it.
I just got a text from Rich, Rich Poseidon.
What are you talking about?
He just, I just sent him a text, or I said, playoffs, congrats, go get a win, Newey, and he just liked it. So,
hey, Rich, man, I got 2 plays for you. I got 2 plays for you,
even though you picked him to lose.
Yeah. Call your boy.
Now you want to go give him some plays.
All I know is, man, NFL comeback player of the year will be Joe Burrow.
Probably.
Joe Burrow.
I don't know. I think Dak will get it.
No.
I do. I think Dak will end up getting it.
If you're going to rob Joe Burrow twice, you robbed him from the Pro Bowl, now you're going to rob him with an NFL comeback player of the year, then he should be upset and go win the Super Bowl. That's what he should do. He should go out there because he is likely, if everything works out right, them in Kansas City will be playing again.
What's the next subject we talking about?
Okay.
Shout out to Joe.
This man over here talking crazy.
Shout out to Joe Burrow.
We got to take another break.
Joe Burrow, he's going to have a hell of a game this week, and he'll be going to the second round of the playoffs. Would you like to make a bet?
No, because that's not out of reach. I think Pisaccia and the Raiders, I think they put her all into that last game. I think the Bengals take care of business in the wild card, but they don't get past that.
They got to go to Cincinnati.
They don't get past the wild
because they might have to play Kansas City after that.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
They already beat Kansas City, though.
We saw bad coaching help derail Justin Herbert.
That's all that was.
I'm not real sold on the coach of the Bengals. So
what else can the man do?
We'll see.
The man went out there and led his team. It was down 15 points in the fourth.
Yeah, man, gotta take that break.
Led them all the way back.
Yeah, man.
Then the coach want to do some. Man, I'll tell you what.
Wait, you finna do that because Rich was about to give him the game?
Oh.
They was gonna let him tie. You know, like he went out there and earned something. Rich was about to let him tie the game.
This ain't had nothing to do with Rich.
You did see the video of him. He said, I never wanted to tie so bad. That's what Herbert said. You see the video?
Like what we talking? He gave him the tie. He was giving him the tie. Not like Justin Herbert went out there and won the game.
And the coach messed it up. Hey, that's all that happened. That's exactly what happened.
Hey,
we got some firings to talk about here across the National Football League for general managers and head coaches. Let's do it next. Players Lounge, brought to you by Hotels.com, DallasCowboys.com radio.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. I'm a broken traffic light. Stop and go is the name of my game. It's easy. You go, they go. Or was it they go, you go? And if you have the wrong car insurance, these repair costs could stop you in your tracks. So get Allstate's new low auto rate and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Not available in every state based on coverage and limits selected. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Allstate Bar and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
It's game day. You know what that means. First, kebab prep. Steak, pepper, onion, steak, pepper, onion. Next, a counterclockwise lap around the room. Now the lucky grease-stained jersey goes on. And lastly, the dance. You know the one. This is a game day ritual no matter where you are. Whether you're traveling to the game or watching from your favorite vacation spot, book a place to stay on Hotels.com and keep the tradition alive and well. Hotels.com, proud partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
At Smoothie King, we are blending goodness to fuel your greatness. Every blend is crafted to help you achieve your health and fitness goals. Smoothie King uses only whole fruits and organic veggies. You'll never find sugary syrups or artificial flavors, colors, or preservatives. And unlike some other smoothie places, there are 0 grams of added sugar in many of our blends. Smoothie King is proud to be the official smoothie of the Dallas Cowboys. Place your order in the app or online for pickup or delivery. Smoothie King, rule the day.
At AT&T, everyone, new and existing customers, get our best deals on every smartphone. Why? Because you deserve it. For turning your living room into your office and your gym. For teaching Grandma how to video call and teaching her again.
It's the button on your left, Nana. Okay, your other left.
It's not complicated. Everyone deserves something new. So AT&T is giving everyone, new and existing customers, our best deals with every unlimited plan on every smartphone, even the latest ones.
AT&T may temporarily slow data speeds if the network is busy. Restrictions and exceptions may apply.
Back to the Players Lounge.
Your favorite WWE superstars return to AT&T Stadium for WrestleMania on Saturday, April 2nd and Sunday, April 3rd. Get your tickets to the most stupendous two-night WrestleMania in history. Visit SeatGeek.com, the official ticketing provider of AT&T Stadium. Newy Scruggs. It's the Players Lounge. Here's Danny McCray, a little frustrated because he thinks that Joe Burrow should be a comeback player of the year, and I don't think he's going to get it. Danny McCray's old running buddy.
I see what he said.
Man, you know what?
Danny
we taking over. We taking over. What's the next time? I can't believe this man literally just pointed straight at me through the glass and said, "Danny, his running mate." Nah, man. I'm not gonna let you get away with this, man.
Dave Gettleman has been fired.
Man.
Dave Gettleman has been resigned. So he wasn't fired. He resigned from the Giants. Mike Zimmer and the GM Rick Spielman in Minnesota, both gone. Your old place, Chicago, fired the head coach, Matt Nagy. GM Ryan Pace, gone. That's the biggest issue, is getting rid of the GM first.
Trubisky.
Denver fired Vic Fangio. He's gone. Of course, Jacksonville already ran off Urban Meyer here. So, and the biggest one today was Brian Flores of the Dolphins, who, I think he was 3-1 against Belichick in his coaching career with the Dolphins. Some crazy number.
4-2. He was 4-2.
4-2 in 3 seasons. But he's gone. Now, they're trying to say Flores and the GM had issues and that they couldn't get along, and that Flores ran through a bunch of offensive coordinators and that he was not easy to work for. So that's kind of the spin they're putting out there now.
And the GM's still here. He's still there, right?
The GM is still there.
Somebody said something.
Shouldn't have hit your wagon to Tua. That's what you should have. You spent all that money on defense and then hit your wagon to Tua. Come on, man. You knew you shouldn't have drafted that dude when he was hurt, when his hip was messed up when he came out. But he was the only one left.
No, what do you mean only one left? They passed on Herbert.
Yeah.
They took Tua, and then,
the
Chargers ran up there with the card and said, "We'll take him."
It was Joe Burrow, and then they were saying Tua was number 2, and then Joe Burrow was gone. So in their mind, they was like, we just got to, you shouldn't have hit your wagon to him. This is what happens when you hit your wagon to bad quarterbacks. Daniel Jones, Trubisky.
Baker Mayfield,
Tua. Well, he ain't got fired yet. Baker Mayfield ain't got fired yet. But Tua, these bad quarterbacks are getting dudes sit packing. All right, they're sit packing. Carson Wentz. I seen this morning the dead $33 million in dead cap space that the Eagles are taking on.
Well, let me tell you this.
My man's robbing.
First, they go out there and lose to Jacksonville.
The Eagles. Give the Eagles credit. They ate the $33 million to get rid of him, passed it on to the Colts, and then they're getting the Colts' number 1 pick this year. So then they played Jalen Hurts, who was making $1.5 million, and now you go into the playoffs with him. You got a future. You ain't got to worry about Carson Wentz. You're the Colts. You just gave up a number 1 pick. You got this dude who all frazzled, can't beat Jacksonville. Everybody know this guy's weak. Got a weak-minded dude out here, and you don't have a quarterback problem solved at all.
I put that on Frank Reich, man.
I'll give Howie Roseman of Philadelphia credit, man. He wrecked. This dude is not the dude, and he's soft. And then the Colts sat up there and believed that old lie. Well, Frank Reich.
That's what they believed. Frank talked them into it.
This is a frustrating thing about me, and I get so mad because I used to have to do these interviews at NBC Philadelphia, and they have me, well, who's better, Carson or Dak? Wait a minute. You guys took a dude number 2 in the draft, and you got to compare him to the Cowboys. The Cowboys' second,
that
fourth
should tell
round
you
pick.
everything.
This what we want to do? And they kept bringing it up and bringing it up. I'm like, man, stop this. Carson didn't win Rookie of the Year. Dak won. They didn't want to hear it. And then they gave Carson all that money. Okay. Then you try to make it sound like, well, they ain't paid. The Cowboys don't believe in Dak because like the Eagles believe in Carson. He almost won the MVP. Have you ever seen a dude get more pub for almost doing something? Dan Quinn. He almost won a Super Bowl. Nobody ever says that about him. He almost was. I've never seen a dude who almost. He crashed it, turn 4. He didn't complete the race.
He didn't get all the way through.
And the worst
they
part,
won the Super Bowl
without him. That's the worst part.
Without him.
And the backup go win MVP.
And then they sat there and built a trophy, or they built a statue of the backup in front of the building. And you can't talk about we believe in Wentz. Nah, man, I don't want to hear that.
Now when you talk to Philly people, they run him in the ground.
Oh, he's terrible. He's trash.
They about the only dude in Philadelphia who get talked about worse is Ben Simmons. I mean, they are out there killing Carson Wentz. I looked up on Twitter. The NBC Philly wrote a whole big story about Carson Wentz choking with the Colts. I'm like, boy, they are vicious and vindictive up there, boy.
I will say this though. I don't know what Eberflus and the defense was doing, but they had Trevor Lawrence out there looking like the number one pick that he hadn't been for the entire season. We look up and he was like 8 for 8, 75-yard touchdown. I say, this Trevor Lawrence.
No James Robinson, no ET. He ain't had nobody.
What a travesty from Frank Reich on down.
Yeah.
That was a travesty. There's no way in the world you go to the worst team in the game with a playoff situation on the line for you, and you got blowed out.
That's what happens when you take on Hard Knocks in the middle of the season. That's what's going to happen to you. Yeah,
that's going to be a heck of an episode.
Right? What happened? Oh, man. Now we got to talk to these cameras?
You bring that up. Let me give Mike McCarthy credit, man. They were on Hard Knocks, and Hard Knocks has not ended well when the Cowboys have gone on. Even Mike was like, he said he drove off the road. He was driving in the rain. He drove his truck off the road. Like, we doing what?
It ain't over yet.
I'm about to say now.
But they made it. But in the past, it hasn't been good when they've been on. So I got to give them credit. They at least won the division.
Well, I'm not sure what you're about to get on, but the Eagles and the 49ers, to me, are two of the scariest teams to play against in the playoffs.
I would not. Okay, the Eagles haven't been the team with a winning record all year long, Danny.
Running game travels.
Their defense is very suspect.
Running game travels. It don't matter. We beat a team with a winning record. Have we? Like when's the last time that we, like you said, we've been talking about the competition and like at the end of the season, who did we end up playing to have a signature win? We talking about the Eagles ain't played a winning team.
New England.
That's what I'm saying. So we can say whatever we want to about they ain't played nobody. They gonna say the same thing about us. All right. We ran through the Eagles. They had 16 players out.
Yeah.
Any team that runs the any team that runs the ball that well and can find a way to test you without having to put the ball in the air is a scary team to play against in the playoffs because the running game travels. You see, we tried to get ours back on track by running the ball almost 30 times last week because especially when you have to go on the road, that if you don't pack your running game, you in trouble unless you got Aaron Rodgers on your squad or Tom Brady. You need something else to lean on, and the Eagles can run the ball. When we thought it was going to be Jalen Hurts and Miles Sanders at the beginning of the season, we were like, that's a combination that you should worry about. Now you got that combination.
All right. Eagles, Bucks. You worry?
Hell no.
Oh, no. I'm not worried for the Bucks, but can the Eagles beat the Bucks? Yes. You picked Carolina to beat Tampa.
I did.
He picked Carolina to beat Tampa. New York is giving Tampa all that they want the previous week. Everything that they want the previous week. So is it all said and done that Tampa is going to beat Philly? No. Are they getting Lenny back? No. Like, how are they going to look on offense?
But they're going to wipe the floor with Philly, man. Tampa going to wipe the floor with Philly.
They played earlier this year. It was a 28-22 win in Philadelphia on a Thursday night. I just think...
And the Eagles were not the team that they are today.
I just don't think. Because if you make that team, do you trust Hurts' arm?
No, I trust them being able to run the ball. And what I don't trust about Tampa is their defense. That's not the defense that we thought it was, bro. People are running the ball on them. And
8.5 is what Vegas is giving Tampa.
That's an easy victory, in my opinion.
We'll do all picks on Friday.
That's true. We got the picks on Friday.
Anybody with a running game that they can literally focus and take it out of the hands of the quarterback, or you have a dual threat quarterback. That's something that most defenses struggle with that when you have a dual threat guy. When they can add that extra element, you get an extra blocker all of a sudden. Jalen Hurts running quarterback power, or he throwing it down the field, or he got Miles Sanders on the handoff. Like that, that's a lot of stuff to defend.
Most important position group for the Cowboys on Sunday is.
Man, we playing the San Francisco 49ers. Most important position group, the quarterback.
The quarterback like that?
Yes.
Okay. Nah.
Yes.
It's got to be the D-line. To me, it's got to be the D-line because we just talked about it the entire show today, how important the run game is. And if you have a run game, it can travel. If we can shut down that run game, I'm talking about not even just the D-line, the front seven as a whole. I think that's the most important unit out there this coming up game. Because if we can shut down their run and make them one-dimensional and rely on Jimmy Garoppolo, I know he got some options out there. He got Ayuk, he got Debo, Kittle, and all that good stuff. But I don't think we can honestly sit here and say Jimmy Garoppolo can beat us with his arm. So to me, I think that front seven for the Cowboys, which has been great so far.
You got to pick one, bro.
D-line. Then we're going D-line.
Because I had to pick. I'm picking quarterback. You pick D-line.
They got to stop the run game.
I'll tell you, I'm picking Dak the quarterback because he needs to be able. If we believe that this dude is checking out the runs and killing all these whatever, he needs to be able to control the game against this San Francisco
team. You know what 49ers going to do? They going to do what everybody else did. They going to stack this box, and they going to be like, that. We want to make sure. We want to see if you can fit the ball into these tight windows.
The important is, if he can't, we lose.
Then it's over.
Front seven can do whatever they want to.
Yeah.
But if they cannot find a way to put up some points and control this, and keep this defense on their heels, the San Francisco 49ers, it's going to be a long day for us.
My prediction's going to come true. One and done, man. I called it weeks ago.
Cowboys offensive line has to put up a performance in which they protect the quarterback and keep Joey Bosa off Dak Prescott, and they need to open up some holes in this run game here. The Cowboys offensive line, if they do their job correctly, I believe that this team can get out of here with a win. All of these teams the Cowboys could have played in the playoffs were capable of beating them. All of it. Because I did a radio interview a couple weeks ago. Who scares you the most? I said everybody. I said, this year reminds me so much like the NCAA tournament. Anybody can come and win a football game here. Mm-hmm. And I know people just assume the Green Bay Packers are just going to end up in Los Angeles. It's never that easy. It's just not that easy. So we'll see.
We better see 71 pulling, all right? That's what I want to see. When he is pulling, that is when our running game is at its best.
I thought you were talking about for the Niners.
No, we better see La'el Collins. His specialty, if I'm going to line him up to do something, I want him drop-stepping and pulling around and leading the way for the running back.
Barry Church, good stuff. Danny McCray,
he got it right.
This is the Players Lounge brought to you by Hotels.com, right here on Dallas Cowboys Radio.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?